All right, welcome back to another episode of the South Bay Bike Rider. Today, March 28th, 2026. Doing a little beach life today, and beach life is doing me. Yeah. And you're not gonna believe this, ladies and gentlemen. You're not gonna believe this, but let me show you. Let me introduce to you this bike that I haven't ridden in so long, and I'm gonna ride the heck out of this bike for a while and put in a lot of miles. Here it is. Finally brought it out from collecting dust for a little while. The 1987 Bertoni Corsa Mondial. Very underrated bike. It's a consumer bike that the consumers can afford to buy at the time, with high quality parts. Shimano 600 equipped, but it's got a little mixed matched components for the time being, or actually pretty much on a permanent basis. A while ago I put in the triple chain ring. This is from the 1980 Schwinn Voyager SP, so it'll help me do a lot of climbs with ease. But I'm not exactly in the greatest shape, but I mean, at least I still have enough power to do a little bit of climbing when it's necessary. And I'm going out to El Segundo, and I'll explain in a little bit. I don't know where I come up with my words, my phrasing of my words. I don't get it, but that's how I roll. And speaking of rolling, I'm very colorful today, as you can see. Debuting, the two-tone red and blue Vans. And like I said before, this is the original riding shoes from this point on for the South Bay Bike Rider. So let's put in some miles. Let's put in some sweats. I'm not wearing any sweats, but I'm going to try to put on some sweat from the sweat glands, if that makes any sense. All right, enough of the yapping, and let's get on the road, and let's see what happens. All right, this is not good. God dang it, dude. I'm kind of disappointed, man. Freaking pointed, dude. I don't know what the deal is with this stem. I bought the adapter for this stem, you know, to be sporty, I guess, and well, it gives the bike just a little bit of a weight loss to a degree or something. I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm kind of frustrated at this point, man, because I'm sitting here trying to torque this. As you can see here, see, it's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to move. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It's not supposed to move like that. Okay, so what I was trying to do, what I've been doing, was trying to torque these screws, and now I even just adjusted it just a little bit to the top to try to maybe it'll grab a little bit. It's still, I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, I broke the freaking screw. I broke it. See, there is that half right there. I'm flustered. I'm frustrated, because now this has become a freaking tutorial. All right, here's an update. I had these in the trunk So what I'm gonna do is, I don't even know where this handlebar and stem combo came from. Probably from another bike that I took apart, or maybe it was maybe it came off of this bike. I'm not sure. Well, I'm talking, well, not the handlebars. The handlebars on this one are original, but I think the stem, I'm not sure. I'm confused. I'm still flustered. I'm still frustrated. And so what I'm gonna do is, I'm probably just gonna use this stem on this bike. All right, you guys. All right. Here's the end result. There it is. Everything's adjusted. Everything's nice and tight, and it's not slipping. It's not moving. It's not doing anything that's not supposed to be doing. Unlike this piece of garbage. Jeez, dude. This is such a cool item too, man. You know, it adds it's a little less weight, but it doesn't really matter because it's a piece of junk, and this is junk, and the rest of the bolt is still in there. And what I don't understand is, it was snug before. I mean, not snug, but I mean, it was tight. It was on there. I even rode it around when I first installed it a few months ago, several months ago, like half a year ago. And so what happened? Over time, it just loosened up gradually by the forces of nature? Come on, man. I don't get it. But now, you know what? It's better to stick with the old school way of doing things, because I don't know what the deal is with this Dita crap. I mean, did I need to put a wedge here or something for it to grip better? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have an answer. Is the ride salvageable today? Yes. And I'm gonna go out, and so I have to scratch off where I wanted to go. I mean, pretty much scratch off what I wanted to do. So I might as well just ride around here and make the best of it, and hopefully that's it, man. So I'm just gonna ride around here in beach life. So with that said, let's see what time it is, because it didn't take me any time at all to get everything transferred onto this bike, but it's 1:52, and by this time I was already supposed to be where I was gonna go. So go figure. So the ride is still salvageable. I just can't go where I wanted to go. I mean, I could go, but I mean, it's just time wise. So all right, with that said, let's get the gear back on, and let's just go for a spin. All right, well, the ride is on. Hermosa Avenue, heading northbound. I'm gonna title this one "The Ride That Almost Never Happened." The only thing that didn't happen is I didn't go to my location that I wanted to do today. It's not really a location, but I'm not even gonna, I was just gonna pay a visit to my sponsor, Bikerama, over in El Segundo. I mean, the thing that bothers me is that I even got to home base today pretty early, and I noticed that everything went south with the stem. It really threw what I wanted to do. It threw my plans, because I'm so used to doing things at a certain time, and then when I do things later, it just throws my perspective. It throws my equilibrium off. The thing about it is, I shouldn't let that be an excuse. I shouldn't let that be an excuse. Because it's still pretty early in the day, and it's just time. I just have this thing about time that I wish time never existed. I don't know, today I'm just I'm just winging it, man. Just don't have any locations to document. I wanted to do my little thing on Bikerama today. Sometimes he's open on Sundays. We'll see if he'll be open on Sunday or tomorrow. Then I can just, that just puts me behind the locations I do want to do. And there I go again with the excuses. I don't have it's not like written in my calendar or anything that on such and such day I'm doing this, this and that. I'm not really organized that way. I'm not at that level yet, actually, to be even doing that. Eventually I will. And then my full-time job will be doing this. Instead of being a weekend warrior. All right, you guys, here's the scoop. Here is the scoop. Never mind what I said earlier. Today, it was a minor setback, but the word of the day is prevailed, and I have prevailed because I am here in the sleepy little town of Segundo, and I said I wasn't gonna make it, but I did. I just kept trekking on, kept pedaling on, and here I am. And so with that said, my destination, Bikerama, it's just a block and a half, 2 blocks maybe, up the road. And I'm proud of myself because I was ready to give up, and that was a test. That was a test from God. Thank you. I think I passed today's test. I didn't give up. I was ready to give up, but I didn't. Super proud of myself. I really am, man. I'm in need of a sugar rush. I'm gonna go to the liquor store across the street from the bike shop and get a root beer. found out about root beer is that it's not heavily carbonated like the other soft drinks out there. So root beer it is. You know what, let me turn off these. Let me turn this one off.
So glad I
worked up a good sweat, man. Did a little climb, and the ride's not over yet because I got to ride back. Feels a little squirmish. Oh yeah, I gotta tighten up that headset. I don't know how to do it, man. It keeps getting loose on me. Bikerama, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in about less than a minute. What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, and you?
You look like you've been out on a day in the races.
Yeah, I'm very colorful today, man.
That's a nice bike.
You remember this one, right? Yeah. You remember this one? I was giving me a little trouble at first, but
It's good.
it's good. I just recently put a triple off of one of my old bikes.
That's the
Wait,
bike.
wait,
Put a triple on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he?
Is that a 29er or a 26?
Oh, it's a hardtail. I like the hardtail.
It's like $1,000.
Look online, look that bike online. The people sometimes they close them out. Like it might not be that color, but sometimes they close out the
The
color.
one, the gray one, the
Oh, yeah.
dark gray, yeah.
But sometimes other shops they close them out for like almost 30% off.
Jacket?
20% off.
Yeah, he's here.
We went then to the store when you were out of town. If you wanted to do something else.
What's up, buddy?
So we were like
Right here.
accident.
The usual spot.
Bicycle and he fell in love.
There's a store I used to work at called Bike Palace.
Uh-huh.
And it burned down.
Whew.
How are you?
All right, man. All right. Great ride, you guys. Great ride. Made it to home base, safe and sound. Now, before I end it, I have a question. All the parking spaces right here on Gertrude Avenue. Why do you have to get so close to my vehicle, man? Why didn't you park behind that one? No, but you gotta... Well... I'm trying to make up a saying. Let's make one up right now. Whenever you're having a good day, there's always a little rotten apple to spoil little moments, such as this. This episode is brought to you by my sponsors, Bikerama, Felix's Bike Shop. I will post their address somewhere within the four corners of your screen. It was a great pleasure to hang out with Jack and Francisco over at Bikerama, and I am honored that these guys believe in my cycling endeavors. So if there's a moral of today's ride, of today's episode, is don't quit. Whatever it is that you set out to do for the day, don't quit regardless of the little hurdles, speed bumps, or whatever you want to call them. Just overcome them as best as you can and still seize the day, because there's plenty of daylight left, as you can see. And the day is not over just because you had one little setback. And I started my ride today at about 1:30ish. 30-ish, 1:30-ish. It's 6:09. So, what more can I say? It was a great day. And I didn't have to use my AK. Unless you're the owner of that white vehicle. But with that said, stay tuned for another misadventures, comedy of errors, California weirdness, but yet with a hint of good vibrations. And stay tuned for another episode of the South Bay Firecracker.